This is clay, and I'm having a blast playing with it. I feel like a 3-year-old. Probably have the mind of a 3-year-old, but it's working. I can't believe this is working. This is great. Okay. A little plastic container here that used to be the lid to a Gatorade bottle. And then I put a washer, a metal washer. I epoxied a washer inside of it. So give it some strength, and it sure as heck did that, that's for sure. Put that on there. All right, let's do that. And let's go ahead and clean this off. All right, that's cleaned off. I'm going to take my sandpaper and try to make some perpendicular ridges with the grain, so whenever the clay gets on there, it doesn't the clay doesn't stop turning while the dowel rod, the wooden dowel rod, continues to turn, but your clay is not going anywhere, it's just sitting still. I'm trying to keep that from happening. Okay, here we go. Let's see if this works. It's worked so far 9 times. I have 16 of these to make. And this is air dry clay, which I had never heard of until 96 hours ago. And I just flat fell in love with it. I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't have to have a kiln or nothing. I can make my macrame beads. There we go. Piece of it fell off. That's all right. I don't care. It's going to end up being incorporated back into the mess. Okay, here we go. Okay, now. And each one of these are completely different. I was going to buy a tablespoon, a plastic tablespoon thing, for measuring for cooking and whatnot. And I didn't do that. I'm like, I would rather just each one of these be a little bit different. Just a little bit different. And I found that the slow option on this is a lot better than the fast. Whenever I turn it on fast, it just automatically it breaks away from the wooden dowel rod, and my clay stops turning, but the dowel rod keeps turning because I keep pushing the drill button. But this seems to work pretty good. I like the texture when I get to paint them. Actually not bad. I like that. Each one of these they have their own personality, and that's what I like about them. And there we go. Get that like that. Slip that off like that. And where did my other dealy whopper go? I don't know where I put it. I gotta go find my dealy whopper, folks. I'm sorry. Well, I found my dealy whopper. That's to catch it. Try to catch it so that it doesn't fall on the floor like the other one did. And I have a cat, and I've noticed that a very small amount of cat hair isn't going to hurt this at all. Because this doesn't get fired, period. Here we go. All right, here we go. That's what I know it's not perfect, but this is my first time to ever even hear about this stuff. And I'll get her figured out. All right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, I'm going to stop at 8. Okay, I've got 8 made. I don't know what I said. What go how many? I have 2 that I did just by hand without the drill and the wooden dowel rod. I got a big old huge mess of slip here. I really don't want to waste it. I might make one more before I call it quits. Then again, I know me, I might make 30 more before I call it quits on the video. Yeah. And Patches over here, he wants this clay so bad. The thing is, it really wouldn't hurt him probably. It's probably edible. Most clays are edible, so okay, let's clean you off again. Alright, got that cleaned off. Let's go ahead and put a couple of, just try to make some grooves in this thing. Put some grooves in it, that way it doesn't stick. I mean, that way it does stick. Pardon me. I don't know. I think I had too much sleep last night. That's what happened. I just slept too much. I got 8 hours. And I normally only get about 3. But there we go. I've got some kind of micro grooves that I created so that the clay will stick to that 1/2 inch dowel rod. There we go. All right, here we go. Shoot, I forgot my main thing. That's all right. I can take it off. Okay, put this on. Get on there. Get on there, little turkey. This is what helps me get it off of there without damaging it too much, getting more fingerprints on it than I want, really. But I guess having their fingerprint on there would make it kind of unique. There we go. Go a little bit further. There we go. That's where I want it. Try to make it uniform. Okay, here we go. Let's try this. Okay, once I get to that point, get my sponge over here. It does like slow a lot better than it likes that fast. That fast just it causes the inside of the tube of the clay to become disinherited or separated from the dowel rod. So that's why I make perpendicular little. There we go. What is the word I'm looking for? They're basically just little, just little scratches in the wood that goes perpendicular with the. There we go. We're almost there. A little bit more. Yep, a little bit more. We're getting there. We're getting there. Boy, howdy, we're getting there. Oh, boy, howdy, we're getting there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There we go. All right. That is definitely wetter than I'm not going to say it. It's just wet. Okay, kitty. Okay, kitty poo. What did I do with my little rod that I've been using? Did I leave that in the bedroom again? I think I did. But I'm pumping these out a lot faster than I anticipated, so that's a good thing. Okay, there we go. Like that. That. Just keep on going with it. Keep on going with her until it's ready to release. There it goes. It came off. I know it's not perfectly, but you know what? That gives it character whenever when it dries and I paint it, then I'm going to put some shellac or polyurethane. That way it's got a good heavy plastic coat on it after I paint them. Well, these are starting to look pretty. You know what? I'm going to do one more. What the heck? Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? Let's do one more. Why not? Patches. My little kitty, he's over here watching me do all this funky stuff, wondering what in the heck is Daddy doing? And I know he wants to come up here. Actually, he doesn't seem like he's just looking at me like, what are you doing? Like, well, to be honest with this, sweetie pie, I don't know what I'm doing. I have an idea what I'm doing, but if it's actually working, I don't know. But my upstairs neighbor's drill. There we go. Let's put some grooves in it. Let's get groovy here. Let's get good and groovy. Put some grooves in it so that stuff will stick. There we go. Okay. Got a nice big ball that's about the size. It's just about 15% larger than a golf ball. I like my beads large. I don't like little bitty beads on my macrame when I'm making my macrame. Okay, here. Oops. Got to put this on there. There we go. This is what lets me take it off with a lot more ease than what I want my first two prototypes. For my first two prototypes, I'm keeping them because they mean something, but they look uglier than, ugh. They look very ugly. But okay, there we go. That's about wide enough. Here we go. All right, cat. This is the last one, Patches. Here we go now. Get a little bit more slipperier. Alrighty. That looks pretty good to me. I like those grooves that it's creating. I want those to stay there. If they will. There we go. And I actually remembered my little thing here this time. Oops, wrong end. Take it off. And I'm going to upload that video. Woo! 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 All right, here we go. Come on, there we go. Okay. All right, be right back. Okay, I've made 10 and I only need 8. So I'm going to stop there, wash my paws off, stop the video, and then upload it on YouTube and see if anybody's interested in this idea of using a drill. Just did the $16, whatever brand it is. I've never heard of it. It was $16, Amazon. You have to buy your own bits, but I don't use bits. I use wooden dowel rods. That's a 1/2-inch dowel rod. So the hole in those are 1/2 inch, and then when that stuff dries in 72 hours completely, those holes will shrink down about 5/30 seconds. So they'll be a little bit bigger than 3/8, but not, but smaller than 1/2 inch hole. Definitely big enough for me to put my parachute cord in that I'm going to be using to make my new macrame plant hanger for my unit. Woo! All right, wash my paws and then we'll stop her. Okay, it's almost at 18. I'm going to try to get my hands dry so it does stop right at 18. That way I'll know what video that it is. 1748, 1750. All right. 57, 58, 59, 60.